the son now, and we look at the son, we see that he left on his own. He decided to pack up and move. He was saying, I don't want to do life with you guys any longer. I'm tired of doing life with you. As a matter of fact, give me what's mine, and I'll go about my way. Here's the point. Regardless of whether you're lost because of ignorance or arrogance, the point is you're lost. And there are people on the outside of us that are lost because of ignorance and arrogance. They may say, well, I don't want to do life with a body of believers. And then there you go. Ignorance and arrogance. Because they think they can do it on their own. They think they don't need to be a part of a body of believers. That is their point, and that was his point. I don't need you. You see, it may be not this body, maybe it's not this body you need. But what I will say is to connect to a body. Find a body of believers to be a part of so that you can be connected to, so that you then won't be part of those on the outside. Right. That you won't be lost. Because whether you're lost out of ignorance or arrogance or because you wandered off or because you lost your value, either way, you're still lost. Amen. And to be lost without God, you don't want to be there. Because you're going to be on the outside looking in. Now, for those of us here living life together, doing life together, we need to live from the inside out. Because our number one passion should be able to reach those on the outside. With me? All right. Number two. Our number one passion is to reach those, to remember those on the outside. But our number two is our next point. Purpose is to reach those on the outside. Our number one purpose is to reach those on the outside. Okay? Now let me tell you this. You're reaching those on the outside. Why? Because you are valuable. Now I didn't go any further about the value because I wanted to stop right here and tell you. I wanted to tell you that you are valuable. You say, well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that I'm valuable. I am glad to tell you that too. Because it tells us in this passage that the shepherd had his opportunity. He could have left the sheep out there. But he went to get that sheep regardless of what was going to happen. He says, I've got to go get it. It was like me with Jared. I'm going to go back to you with Jared. I had to go get Jared. Now, the reason I had to go get Jared, it wasn't because Jared was so valuable. I'm going to tell you that right now. He didn't have much value to me. None whatsoever. Because when I told him to stay still, I meant stay still. I figured if I lose 1 out of 5, hey, what is that? I was doing all right. Now, this shepherd lost 1 out of 99. That's a 99%. Now, you figure 99%, that's a good uptime. Am I right, Nate? When you write a contract, say, I'll be up 99% of the time. You don't write it 100%. You can't guarantee 100%. But you can pretty much guarantee 99% of the time I'll be up. So I'm like, that's a good percentage. I'm thinking, I lose 1, that's a good percentage. 4 out of 5, I did all right. 80%, I'll take that. That's a B. I'll get by with a B. So that, but here's the thing was, I had to go get Jerry. I didn't have a choice. Why is it that I had to go get Jared? Because of the value of Jared? No. Jared had no value concern to me. I like him and everything. Don't get me wrong. He's my cousin and all that. I like him. And it was his auntie, though. For some reason, my aunt, her son, she loved him. She loved him. Because she loved him, had all this love for Jared, it compelled me now, because of my auntie, to go find Jared. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't win. I probably would have said, I told him to stay here. We lost 1. That's his problem. He can't listen. He better find the car on his own. Toot, I'm out. But I would have done that. But then I thought, my auntie, I was thinking,